hey. Hello. Hey, brothers. Hello. Nice little shops. This is a side of town I didn't get to. Hello. Hello, hello. Unfortunately, I don't have the time to actually go see the heritage, the living heritage over there. Sorry, the living heritage, I don't have time for that. I got to get on the road, moving. I didn't start till 10 o'clock. I sat, ate breakfast, had 2 cups of coffee, got a video up. So, I mean, I'm not starting really late. It's just I can't really mess around and go sightseeing. I need to put some kilometers down. So, it's a beautiful ride though. I didn't get to see any of this because I was staying more local. This is very close to where I was staying. Not walking distance, but definitely either a bicycle or a scooter will get you here. Going through some very nice country right now. Oh, I had to stop and take a film of the surroundings there. Going right through a big old mountain pass. Which I'm glad, because I was looking at this from a distance going, I don't want to go over that. So it looks like it cuts right through. I'm going this way. I mean, eventually there's going to be some very, very, very steep, hard roads to hills to climb. Doug told me. So yeah, I'm not looking forward to that, but I still got a few hours before dark. It's 3:30 right now. It doesn't get dark till 6, so this is good though, because this open area like this means camping. So I should be able to find a good spot to camp somewhere along the way. All right, back on the road. Well, there you can see the road that I was coming up, kind of like right out there. And way up here, you can see the road that I'll eventually be getting to. Oh man, yeah. So I got a mountain to climb. But I'm doing it. I am doing it. All right. Well, I came up to a, looks like a rest stop or something here. And said I'll get out and take a look at it just in case it's a good spot to camp. I'm definitely not over the mountain yet, but I'm almost to the top. Said I don't quite know what this is, but they do actually have some spots that I could probably, that's a lot of water collected on there. Maybe on that thing if I needed to. The rain started hitting too hard. So right now I'm checking out the area for camping. See if there's anything good. And that looks promising right here. It's got a little bench. I don't know why there's 2 dogs out here. It's got a little water collection right there. But looks like maybe a leak. But all in all, that's a good possibility right there. My thing is those dogs look like they're in really good health. There's toilets there. That means there'll be people who come in here. And I could have some firewood. Now, those dogs look like they're in good shape to be just little strays out here on top of a hill. Oh. My guess is someone actually comes up here and stays at night. Whoever the local person is that cleans the toilets and stuff. But I don't really know. That's a great viewpoint. I think I have about 4+ kilometers still of a climb. And said I don't know really. This is not a bad area. I'm just seeing if there's a spot maybe a little farther away from the main parking lot there. Just to have more privacy. I should have enough water. I have maybe 2 liters total. Anyway, that's it. I'm just gonna explore and then make up my mind. Yeah, holy moly, look at this. This is a beautiful viewpoint. And honestly, if I did want to get a little farther back, look, there's another one of these. Kind of left my bicycle over there. I have my phone in my pocket though. Look at that. I would have that view. I wonder how much wind would come up through that valley. Oh yeah. This would be a great spot. Look at this. Ooh-wee. The other spots definitely would be less wind, I'm assuming. But I'd probably get a little more privacy back here. Like I said, I don't know about the people that come in and maintenance this area, but they're not going to care about me just out here doing a little camping. Well, how far this goes. I'm going to just take this to the end. And someone's making lumber. I noticed this a lot here in Indonesia, that they're sapping the trees, the pine trees, for its resin, for its sap. Which pine sap is very handy. Used in a lot of material like turpentine and different things like that, but just for like being out in the wilderness, it's a great fire starter. If you look towards the end, like the old stumps and stuff, you can get fat wood. Fat wood's just the wood with it just soaked with the sap of the tree that's been aged for a while. And you get that right at the trunk of the tree. But you can make glue with a little charcoal. I've used it. Yeah, you heat up some charcoal, you crush down the charcoal, you mix in with some pine sap, and it's a great glue. Yeah, it's got lots of reasons, but it is definitely a good fire starter. That is a nice little trail. So not only are they milking the trees for the sap, they're making up some good lumber out here. But yeah, you can see pine sap, pine sap, pine sap, pine sap on almost all the trees. And we got one of these way out here. This is about as this would be about as secluded as I could get with one of the best views. Let's go see what it's all about. Ah, yeah. This is a nice one. It's a pretty big one too. Look at that view. Now this one, I would definitely get hit with a wind coming from every single direction. This one would definitely get a little cold. And that looks like a toilet right there. I got my own outhouse. I'd have my own toilet out here. And would be my surroundings. Could probably make a little fire pit with those bricks right there. Actually, I don't need to make a fire pit. I could just... So, this is tempting. The roof is nice and big. I don't know if there's any low spots on this tile where the water would puddled up, but there seems to be a few feet, like a good 3 feet from the actual edge. So there's a lip right here. There's a lip right here. And then there's like this right here is the actual line for where the roof's at. They got a few feet. And I don't see any accumulation of water. So if I wanted to stay on this one, I could. But if a storm moves in and starts whipping up, I have absolutely nowhere to hide. I would have to tie everything off, which I could. I mean, I could tie off my tarp, and the tarp would be fine. Yeah. This would not be the smartest. It would be definitely be the most beautiful. It's the smartest area to set up camp. The other one would be better because at least it would be blocked, the wind block on one side. Yeah, beautiful little camping, or little... Yeah, definitely gonna have to drop a pin on this one. Put the name down below. And there's the dang road I came up. Actually, I came up way over that direction. And now we're taking the trail back. It's just one big circle all the way around. All right, I'm zoomed in right now. Just give an idea, this is the road I came up. But if you look right up here, I'm not sure if you can really see, there's the road that I need to get over. So I actually still have to go over this whole hill. So I got quite a ways to get over the mountain still. And the time being 5 o'clock, that means I have, it's going to be about 1 hour and then it's going to get dark. So I'm going to have to really think about camping here. And there's a structure right there. I don't know what that is. I wonder if this is like, that might be the house of the dogs. Not this thing. You'll see it. Right past this thing is this thing. All right, let's check it out. See what it is. Hello? Hello? See if I can get up these without these breaking. That one's a little stuck. So is this one. Like a board behind it. Well, let's see. Here we go. There's a little trail up to it. Single pane windows. Yeah, it doesn't look like it's occupied by anybody. It would actually keep the rain. It would keep the wind back. You know. I guess I could come up that right there. I think I'll go get my bicycle. And I don't know if I don't think anybody would actually care if I actually camped out there. If I camped in here, I wouldn't actually have to unload my bicycle. I mean, I wouldn't have to unload my pack. I just grab my warm clothes, a little ground mat, and then just sleep on the ground. Lock up my bicycle out here in front, and then maybe throw a tarp over it just in case it rains. An idea. All right, well, that's what's going through my brain. I'm going to take the trail back. So someone did actually pull up since I've been gone. I don't know, maybe they're walking the trail, like I said. This is listed as a park. If anybody actually lives here, it's probably this thing right here. You can see where like the curtains are up, but right now the outer door is locked. So, see, so there's probably no one in it right now. So yeah, this is listed as a park, so it's reasonable, but I'd be sleeping in a park. So I'm gonna start pushing my bicycle up that way. And yeah, I'm not sure if the wood structure would be pushing my luck too much. It would probably be better if I set up in one of the pond ducks, but yeah, I don't know. I'm contemplating it. So I decided upon stealth camping the Treehouse. I figured it was easier than trying to push my bicycle up those stairs. There's a little makeshift trail right here, and yeah, I figured, hey, you know what? Since I'm going to be on top of the ridge, regardless of which side of this little embankment I'm on, I'm going to get whipped up with some wind. And that little tent, even if I tied it off to everything, it's still, you know, it's not going to fare real well in a good storm. So even under the pond duct. So tonight, stealth camp, a treehouse. It's going to be luxury living, buddy. I'm going to go ahead and unload everything regardless, because one, it'll make my camping up there a little bit nicer, having my food, my tent. I'll just go ahead and set up the tent on the inside. That way I don't get an underbreeze. I'm sure everything would be nice and dry right here, being underneath the treehouse. But you gotta be careful about the structure of this. I'm looking at some of it. Doesn't look the sturdiest in the world. Like this corner right out here, its supporting beam is not even touching the ground. And then, yeah, it looks like, yeah, so this corner out here is not good at all. So looks like the strongest area we're going to be having is probably right here. So I'll stay closer up towards the door. Yeah, so yeah, it's I'll just be careful when I'm in there, not put my full trust in it. But yeah, I'm gonna just take everything up, lock my bicycle up down here, and then and yeah, just set up for the night. All right, that's it. Yeah, so these outer corners are basically not even in the ground. This one, that one is not even touching the ground. Let's go over here. So this is not structurally sound building here. Even the steps are very thin coming up. See, that's not going to support any weight. The way that they nailed these in, just not good. So looks like the best support's going to be this center one right here and the tree itself. So that's where I'm going to aim for. Now, it could actually leak a little because there's no siding on this side, and there's not much of an awning hanging over. So I want, if there was a big bad storm, some water could get sprayed in this way. But putting up my tent, the main reason is I don't really need it, but I'm not sure what the mosquitoes are going to be like up here. So I'm assuming I just don't want to get eaten. So this is going to be like my mosquito net. I would like it back farther, just so if I keep this part open with the mosquito net closed, I would at least have a view. If you look, I'd have the view from these two windows. I can see if anybody's coming up the trail here or going down. It's actually a great viewpoint. Here, let me show you. So I should be able to see anybody coming up that trail right here. But this main part that they're building up ends, so you don't actually see this trail at all because it doesn't continue past this part. The main part of the trail, though, is down over this way. Let's see if I can zoom in, and then it continues over here. So yeah, it's I'll be able to look down on everyone, and most likely someone might drop in up here, but luckily this door has a lock, right? And this one, the lock is off-centered because the whole structure is drooping. But I set up a makeshift, basically a shim, plus if there's a lip right here, so that'll hold this in place. I think that's what someone was doing before me. And yeah, the only bad part is this structure has shifted so much. There's a lip here, and it's nearly impossible to get back out this door. So yeah, it's nearly impossible to get back out this door. Great camera work, huh? So yeah, I'm basically all set up. All I have to do is, all I really have to do is throw my bedding on the inside. Tonight I got some sausages, right, with like hot sauce and sausage, halal, so no pork product. And then some cold soaked some noodles. These are the 2-pack, which are pretty good. I got these on sale too. I think 3 of them, so that comes out to like six total because they're 2 each, right? So 2, 2, 2. It was like 11 ringgit, or not ringgit, excuse me, 11 rupiah. So yeah, good deal. So I'll sacrifice a little bit of my water to make the noodles. Try not to do too much because this is my last one, and I still got to get up and over this hill and then back down. I do have a water filter on me. They might have some rainwater system, it looked like they had set up over there. All right, now I'm going to set up my bedding and start cold cooking some noodles. "20 minutes, dinner's on." So I'm going to be really careful walking on this because of what I pointed out earlier. This is all being held up by 1x6s on the framing, and the corner, the load-bearing beams on the corners are not holding, or are not actually touching the ground. But I want to show you just a little bit of the view. Is pretty awesome from up here. I have low light setting actually on. I can also lighten it a little with my editing tool, but give you just an idea what the structure is that I'm in. And these are actually, I think, tinted. So from actually out here, you can't see in. Yeah, they're tinted. They're like, so that's awesome. You can see the cars going up and down here. I recorded a lot more than I actually really wanted to today, but this is actually just such a prime spot. I'm like super happy to have this because being on top of the mountain, very windy, and it's peaceful. I mean, that one scooter was there, and honestly, I can see where people come out here. They need to take care of the restroom. I'm trying not. These are only 1x for like the steps, so like 1x6s. So I'm really careful not to snap those. You guys don't know what I'm talking about. This is not what you make. Look how that's like a thumbnail. You need 2x4s minimum, and several of them. Yeah, it's just beautiful. So this is actually on the very, very top, and both sides just dip right down into the valley and off and down into this section. Isn't it beautiful up here? Looks like they had a fire at one time. Maybe a lightning strike fire, I don't know, because I can see these things, the pylons, seem like they would get hit. Now, I've stayed under pylons before, but I wouldn't stay under these because they're smack dab on top of the mountain. And yeah, that's just asking for electrocution. But there you guys go. There's my stealth camp, a treehouse. This is where I sign off and say good night, y'all. And tomorrow we're gonna tackle the rest of this mountain. There's not much left over. And then I think on the other side, it's just all downhill till we hit the bay. That's what I'm hoping. Anyway, yeah, hasn't been super tough, but it hasn't been easy by any means. All right, I'm going in. My day is over.